Good afternoon, sir. This is our group project for ERP programming. My name is Fu Ming Sheikh and my teammate is Gan Jasin. Next, Hangout Company Overview. The main product of our Hangout Company is luxury heels, leather handbag, perfume elixir, silk evening dress. All of the main products are self-manufactured, while the materials are sourced from the outside vendors. The first module is the sales and distribution. This the customer overview. It shows all of the customer we created for this company business scenario. 6 are companies and the remaining 5 are individuals. They are the main customers that interact with the company to purchase products or materials. Sales order. When the sales order is created after responding to the quotation from the customer, the details of the sales order shows that the customer purchased a total of 1,000 leather handbags and 1,000 of luxury heels from the company. Once the sales order has been confirmed, an invoice will be generated and be sent to the customer by email. The details of the invoice will usually include the invoice date, payment terms, purchase items, quantity, price, and the total amount.
Hi, I'm Ganjasian with ID number I23024592. I'm here to introducing you the inventory and purchase section. In this section, we have defined some products for our company, and here is the silk evening dress details, leather handbag details, luxury heels details, and last, perfume elixir number 8 details. All these products have been defined in the Odoo system with the sale price, sales taxes, the quantity on hand, and how can it be sales or can it be purchased of the information is been defined in the Odoo system. Now let's talk about request for quotation, that also can know as RFQ. So we use a showcase here with perfume elixir number 8, which is one of the product from our product list. So you can see here, this is our product and the details on it. So when the purchase order is dropped, then we need to validate it. So this is the validation for the purchase order in Odoo system. And this is the product receipt. When we have received our goods, we order from our vendors. Like in this case, we have order from Green Liquid Senjian Berhad. So when the products arrive out at our warehouse, we will need to check the quantity of the products, so that to make sure it fulfill the requirement on our receipt.
Now, the third module is manufacturing. In this slide, it shows the configured bill of materials for the product leather handbag. The material consists of leather, zipper, sewing thread, and buckle. All of these materials will be acquired through purchasing from vendors. Next, this is the configured bill of materials for the product luxury heels. The material consists of heel sole, upper leather, logo patch, and heel cap. Same as other products, these materials will be acquired through purchasing from vendors as well. Next is the bill of materials for the product perfume elixir. The material will consist of alcohol, fragrance oil, distilled water, glass bottle, and printed label. These materials will be acquired through purchasing from vendors too. Lastly, this is the bill of materials for the product silk evening dress. The materials will consist of silk fabric, zipper, sewing thread, and satin lining. These materials will also be acquired from purchasing from outside vendors. In this slide, it shows all of the configured work centers for each of the company main selling products. In addition, there is also a quality control work center that will ensure that all of the products produced will meet the quality requirements before sent out for sale. This is the manufacturing order for the product leather handbag. The targeted produce amount is 1,000 units, which will consume materials for a total of 1,500 leather, 1,000 of zippers, sewing threads, and buckles. In this slide, it shows the manufacturing and work order for the product Perfume Elixir. It is configured that once the production is complete, we will automatically route to the quality control work center for quality control process. The total time for producing the perfume is 72 hours, while the quality control process is 48 hours. Therefore, the total time for the finished product is 120 hours. Lastly, the inventory update. Once the manufacture and work order are completed, they will be validated and updated to the inventory to reflect the new addition amount to the inventory.
Hi, me again. I'm going to introduce you the financial section. Before doing any others operation in our financial section, we need to define some chart of accounts. So we have defined some of it, like sales revenue, which we have fragrance one and accessory ones. Also we have COGS, which are cost of goods sold. Also with raw materials inventory and operating expenses. Besides, we also need to define the taxes we will be used in our product and or the sales price. So the taxes we have defined here is the XXT 6%, which you can known as sales and service tax, which is used in a Malaysia economy environment. After defining the taxes, accounts, and others like that, we can also create the journal entry here in Odoo. From here, this is a showcase for the journal entry. We have the amount of raw materials in inventory in debit 2,000 ringgit and the bank with credit 2,000 ringgit. So after confirm the essential information inside our journal entry, we can print out the journal entry like the page here. So you can see this is an official document that can print out from Odoo, but since we are not an official company which have a certificate or something else, so we cannot print out from the Odoo. Besides that, we also can set up automate journal entries in Odoo. To do this, we can define income account and expenses account in our product page. This will help us to set up the automate journal entries. When the journal entries is done, we need to reconcile it. So this is the page how we reconcile it. So you can see here, we already reconcile it with the product, leather handbag, and luxury heel. For here, is show in payment already, so we can move to the next step. So after the reconciliation, we'll receive a message from Odoo. So also we will receive an invoice with the amount that we have reconciled. Of course, we also need to validate the reconciliation. So here is the page show you how we have done the validation. Besides, we also can find the information, the profit or loss in our Odoo system. So this is the page that's showing the profit or loss of our company. We also can check the balance sheet in Odoo, and here is the balance sheet for our company. Here also goes by the cash flow statement that can show us how the cash going in and going out from our company. So in conclusion, me and my partner already done all the parts and section that have defined in this group assignment, and we have already explained all the stuff we have set in our Odoo system. And that's it. Thanks for watching.